Hi, I'm Philip Duncan, having a look at the weather for the next few days, across the weekend, of course. But before that, I've got a great image to show you from NASA. This is a brand new planet that they've discovered. This is the artist's impression of it. It is called, how's this for a catchy name, GJ1214b. Just flows right off the tongue, doesn't it? Now, the thing that makes this planet especially interesting is it's made mostly from steam. Now, if you wanted to think, well, can any life survive there? Probably not, because it is only about 1.5 million kilometres from its nearest sun, and the temperature at the coolest place on the planet is still as hot as the inside of your oven when it's turned up to full. So chances are they're not going to find life. It is 40 light years away from Earth, and it's just been discovered by the Hubble telescope. So interesting stuff. Gosh, NASA are finding a lot of new planets at the moment with all their new satellites in space. All right, let's go back to our planet now and see what is happening. Boy, look at this big rain cloud that came through across Thursday. It delivered some very heavy rain around the upper North Island. Auckland has especially had it hard with all the roads being hit by surface flooding and lots of accidents and things. It cleared though quite dramatically in the evening, and then we saw this clearance overnight mostly, and then we've got some new clouds coming on in for Friday evening, and that's what you see out here in the Tasman. There may also be some heavy showers popping up along the eastern coastline as a colder southerly starts to come through. And do you notice the humidity has gone as well? Most of that has come away with this front, and it'll clear even further with that southerly change. All right, let's have a look at the rain maps now. We'll see what's on the way. So here's the global one first of all. This is the big long line of rain that came through over Thursday that caused very heavy downpours across the upper North Island, but also around Dunedin, where there was also reports of surface flooding. Behind it, we've got a southwesterly flow taking it away from, remember we had the nor'westers the other day from the tropics. Now it's a southwest flow coming out of the Southern Ocean. Big high coming on in as well. And if you're going over to Queensland, lots of rain on the way for them over the next few days. Let's have a look at us for the weekend now. Saturday, close up across the country, and here is that southwest flow moving across the country. Now it'll be a little more southerly in some areas, a little more westerly in others, but overall it is a southwesterly wind, and we'll see just a couple of showers popping up around perhaps Waited Upper, maybe around Mahia Peninsula, around Gisborne, and really that's probably about it. There may also just be a couple of very small showers, not even detected by our weather maps, across the west coast, up to about Auckland throughout Saturday, but they're only very, very small ones, and the chances are the day will be 98% dry. On Sunday, it doesn't, actually, while we're staying with Saturday, we've got this swell map to show you. If you're planning on going out on your boat over the weekend, here's how it's shaping up. It's looking pretty rough. The red, the orange, and even the sort of this yellowy gold, this is all waves, or swells I should say, around about 2 metres. So fairly big seas coming in along this western coastline and also the southern coastlines. But if you are planning on going for a swim, places like Nelson, Marlborough, all the Bay of Plenty, Coromandel on the eastern side of the Bay of Islands, Northland and Auckland all look pretty good. In Hawke's Bay, it may be all right, but the wind's going to be a little bit cooler, especially at night time. Temperatures there are going to be down into single digits on Saturday night. And wind-wise, well, the winds are going to pick up a wee bit as well. The orange here indicates fairly brisk winds, not too strong, but just enough to annoy you if you want to go to the beach or something. So that's going to come through. I would imagine Auckland will be one of the worst places for the wind, as will the very, very lower part of the country. Otherwise, the winds are sort of the dark blues here. That's all indicating fairly light winds. Now, let's go to Sunday and have a look what's going on there. And we see the high very slowly starting to move in. However, I'll draw your attention to this low. It's going to very, very slowly track inwards over the next few days towards the east coast. And as it does so, this conveyor belt of wind, well, it's basically just going to sort of throw some rain onto it. So you end up with a few little showers popping up around Coromandel, maybe even northern parts of Auckland, around Monday or Tuesday next week. So that's just something to be aware of from that system. And going to Monday now, and we can see here they are, just a few little showers popping up. It's not a wet day, just a few little showers will be around, or the risk at least for them. And the same story around the eastern coast. Here's our low, tracking in a little bit closer to the North Island. The South Island mostly settled under a ridge of high pressure. And if you're looking to later in the week, we've got a front, a low down here, and another high over here. There's a lot happening as we head towards the end of summer, but I think March will be fairly similar to what we've seen in February. That's all from me. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.